Here are some shocking truths about extended car warranty companies that you probably didn't know about. Now, I'm sure you've probably seen the commercials on TV. Hey, sign up with us and get an extended warranty on your car, just in case your warranty expires. But let me talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things that you probably didn't know about them. Now, one of the first thing is they don't pay for diagnostic when you bring your car into the shop. I see this a lot. You as a customer bring your car into the dealer, we get the car as a technician. Hey, Mr. So and so or Mrs. So and so has a check engine light, right? And we get the car in, we plug our scanner in, or you have a lean code, or maybe low fuel pressure, or maybe the car is misfiring, whatever it might be. And we go tell the advisor, hey, great, this car is out of the manufacturer warranty. Is the customer willing to pay for diagnostic? And the first thing the advisor would tell us, hey, the customer has an extended warranty company. They don't pay for diagnostic. That's right. Most extended warranty companies do not pay for diagnostic time. Nobody's going to pay you to check it out. You, as the customer, don't notice. All you know is you have an extended warranty just in case things go wrong with your car. You bring it in the shop, you get things taken care of for free. Maybe you pay a deductible here and there, but nothing too serious. But a lot of times, you guys do not realize that the extended warranty company, whatever package you have, does not pay for diagnostic. So when the car comes into the shop, most techs would be like, what's my incentive to look at this car and check it out properly? So what that means for you as a customer is when your insurance company, your extended warranty company does not offer diagnostic time, 9 out of 10 times, the technician is just going to guess on whatever the issue is. Is that fair to you? No. But luckily for me, where I work at, our manager has been, around the business for a long time. He takes care of his employees. So what he would do is he wouldn't even fight with us or anything like that. He would just be like, hey, we'll internalize the time for you to check it out. Just make sure you take care of the customers so we're all happy at the end. Customers happy, technicians happy, because he gets to get paid for checking it out. The extended warranty would not pay you to check it out. So if you have a concern where you're experiencing a misfire or your car stalls while you're driving or your transmission is not shifting right, to do a proper test on it or a diagnostic on it, we need to check certain things. So if you're having a fuel pressure issue, we need to check fuel pressure. We need to check compression. If you're having, no matter what it is, there's always some kind of diagnostic step that we need to follow. And to find out that your extended warranty company does not pay for that, that's bad news for you because you bring your car into the dealership to get an accurate diagnostic. Well, now, come to find out your insurance company doesn't want to pay, so what's the tech gonna do? Guess. Unless you're working at a dealership that's ran by a series of good bosses and managers, most likely that's not the case for most dealers around. I don't think every dealership around here are paying their techs internal time just to check it out, just so they don't risk arguing with the technician or having a repeat customer come back because of a misdiagnosis. But yeah, that's the truth. You bring your car in, and it's almost funny. That brings us to another issue that's going on in the automotive business. That's why so many people are quitting. Technicians are fed up. What other, line of work or trade or another business can you go to and walk in and expect somebody to figure something out for you without having to pay the diagnostic time? But that's what these companies would do, man. And sometimes we just laugh at the shop. I'll hear other advisors talking to technician, hey, we don't have any diag on this ticket because the customer has an extended warranty. And I don't think most customers out there realize that's how the system works. They only pay for the job or the part that's being done. So if we need to do a transmission job, they'll cover it. You pay your deductible, boom. But the step that it took for us to get to that transmission diagnosis, they're not paying for that. Nobody's paying for that. The test that it took to find out if you had a bad fuel pump, the pressure test or maybe a compression test on the engine, nobody's paying for that time. And most importantly, if you have an electrical concern and your horn doesn't work, well, the insurance company says, hey, we're only going to cover the horn. But how did we get to the point of knowing the horn was bad? So the chances of you bringing your car in to get it checked out, because you as a customer, you're like, oh, everything is good. I have an extended warranty. I shouldn't have to worry about anything except for my deductible. But here's where it could be inconvenient for you because if you're having an issue where your car is stalling on the road or your battery light's coming on and You don't have the time to bring your car back and forth to the dealership. Well, the chances of you getting that car misdiagnosed are probably high because I'm sure the technician out there are not happy the fact that they get no checkout time and they're not incentivized to put any effort in trying to check it out. So what they're gonna do is get the code. Oh, you have a system lean code or whatever it is, whatever that DTC says. They're just gonna shotgun it and then they're just gonna say, hey, this is the part that he needs. If it comes back, oh well. And that's the sad reality of it, guys. Like I said, our manager is really cool. He understands the game. He's been around a long time. So he'll just say, hey, the extended warranty is not going to cover the diag. So we're going to give you the diag. Just figure out what it needs. And then we'll call the insurance company and get you, you know, situated. You don't have to worry about wasting your time diagnosing it for free. If you have a boss that's not like that, I guarantee you're looking at that car for free. And most likely you're just gonna guess. And you as the customer, you get the short end of the stick because you thought, and they may be right, they may be a lucky guess and they fixed the problem and you're out on your way. But 9 out of 10 times, it was just, I'm not getting paid for diag, so I'm just gonna go to part, get an estimate on what I think it needs, and here you go. Give it back to the advisor, call the customer, call the insurance company, and then see if they approve it or not. But that's not how it should be. So if you have an extended warranty company out there, just ask them, hey, do you guys pay for the technicians to diag, or do you guys just cover the part that failed? And you'll be shocked to hear the answer. Most extended warranty companies out there do not pay for diagnostic. So who's gonna pay for it? The customer? You don't expect to pay for it because you have an extended warranty company, right? That's how the pitch is sold to you. You have an extended warranty company, you shouldn't have to worry about any car repairs. Here's the second thing you guys are probably not aware about. When you have an extended warranty company, like I said, I'm not going to mention any names, but most extended warranty companies, when they're covering a part, so a big part such as an engine or transmission, do you know that the transmission you're getting is a used transmission? It's not a remanufactured one. It's not a brand new one from the manufacturer. The extended warranty companies will look for one from the junkyard or something used. It may not be the junkyard, but maybe it's a company that sells used transmissions and used engines. But you as a customer, you're thinking getting a brand new or remanufactured transmission or engine. But that's one of the things that most people do not know about their extended car warranty company. So sometimes we get a car that needs a transmission and the advisor tells us, hey, this customer got an extended warranty. We're like, oh man. So now what happens is we get the car, we have to trust that the transmission that they're going to send us still is in good operating condition, because sometimes it's not. The way they remove the engines from these cars and the transmission, most of the time you'll still see the connectors still plugged in. All they do is just cut the wires. They don't even take the time to unplug the connectors. So if you're having an issue with your engine and transmission, you're thinking it's a brand new one you're getting, but really it's one from the junkyard. So before you sign up for an extended warranty company, you might want to find out, hey, am I going to pay you all this money every month just for you to go put a used engine or used transmission, or are you going to give me a new one? Those are the little things you want to ask them. So we do have cases where the extended warranty company will send us an engine or a transmission, and well, guess what? It doesn't work right because the engine or transmission been sitting outside for a while. The guys who removed it from the previous car maybe damaged something. Sometimes we find crushed oil pans, crushed, it could be anything. Sensors are not working. But I don't want to make it seem like that's all the time. There are cases where you have a reputable company you go to anytime you need a used engines or a used transmission, so you can contact them and you could, be sure that the product or the part will work and function properly because you trust them, you've dealt with them before, and they honor the warranty behind it. That's something you have to weigh out as a customer. Do you rather have an extended warranty on your car that's going to put used transmission, used engines in there? It may be worth it to you, but to some it may not be, or they may not be aware. So that's one of the things you want to ask when you're signing up for that extended warranty company. And last but not least, this is something you want to be aware of with extended warranty companies. If you have a prior existing condition with your car, let's just say, for example, your evaporator is leaking inside the dash, your AC only works for a few weeks or months and then it leaks out. And to fix it right, you need to do an evaporator, right? It's labor extensive, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. Don't wait till you have a problem and then find out the problem is so expensive to fix on your own, and then I'm gonna go try to sign up for an extended warranty. They're gonna catch you and then they're gonna deny that claim. You already signed up for them, but they're not gonna pay for that claim because you already had it prior to signing up for that extended warranty company. I've seen this a lot. We had a customer who needed an evaporator, and we looked down the service history, and we could check to see if you've been to other dealers because it's all recorded. So I saw that he came from this dealer, another Toyota dealer, and he needed an evaporator. They declined and they don't want to get the job done. So what he did was sign up with an extended warranty company, and then he comes to our dealer and says he's experiencing the same thing, but now he already has an extended warranty company, right? So he complains about it. His extended warranty comes out and denies the claim. Why? He already complained about it at another Toyota dealer and it's on record. So they are going to deny your claim if they know for sure you already had that existing condition. So don't try to outsmart them or don't try to be sneaky. And that's another thing they don't tell you. So make sure if you sign up for an extended warranty company, don't just try to quickly make a claim because they're going to investigate. And a lot of times, I think they want you to have a certain amount of time with them before the coverage kicks in. So if it's an emergency, most of the time your claim is going to get denied. And they are going to check the records in the history to make sure you didn't complain about this condition before, prior to getting the extended warranty. And they want to make sure this concern is fairly new and it's not something you already had prior to signing up. So that's some of the things you guys probably didn't know about extended warranty companies. The biggest thing for us as technician is the diag time. Oh man, we don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to us that a company extended. I'm not talking about the regular manufacturer warranty. I'm talking about extended warranty. It's shocking to us that a warranty company can say, "Hey, we're not going to pay for diagnostic times." How does that make any sense? How are we supposed to find out what's wrong with the car? I get it. You guys are covering the labor and the part and the cost for the labor and the part itself. But how do we get to what needs to be replaced? So like I said, that's the sad reality of it, guys. And it's not fair to you to have somebody just guessing on your car, all because you have an extended warranty company that you thinking is going to protect you in case you have car problems or car issues. But instead, the minute the technician in the shop hears, oh, this customer is not going to pay for diag, not no fault of your own. You thinking you're covered, but that's what happened, guys. And that's just something that nobody talks about. And that's why these technicians are leaving left and right. That's why there is a shortage because the pay scale, the pay structure, the way everything is set up is just not in everybody's best interest, or it doesn't benefit them in any way, shape, or form. Me, I'm fortunate enough to have a manager, like I said, who understands the way the industry is and understands how difficult it is to work as a flat rate technician. So all that I mentioned in this video, he finds a way to combat that and takes care of us. So whether it's from the extended warranty company not paying for diagnostic time, whether it's the extended warranty sending us a used transmission that does not work and now we have to remove it and put another one in and wait till they send us another one, our manager will compensate for all of that. Why? Because he understands the industry and he wants to retain good technicians at his dealer. And I can't say that that's for everybody. I guarantee you it's not like that at every single dealer. And that's the way the industry is. It's not fair to you guys. So anytime you're getting ready to sign up for an extended warranty company, ask those questions. Do you guys pay for diagnostic time when I bring my car at the dealer? If not, the technician is just going to guess what my problem is because he's not incentivized to try to check it out properly. And the second thing you want to ask them is, are you guys going to send me a remanufactured part, such as an engine or a transmission, if that's what it needs? Or are you going to search through the junkyard and send me an old used one? Third thing you guys want to be mindful of is don't have an existing condition on record and then try to sign up for an extended warranty company just for that claim to get denied because they're going to check the histories. They're going to check to see if you had that condition prior to signing up for that extended warranty. So just keep those things in mind when you're signing up for an extended warranty company. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys find this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.